Please join me in welcoming Roz Brewer.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really honored to be here this afternoon. When I first was introduced to this organization by Pete and by Sally, I was just in awe of the work that you all do. But I have one question for you. Why on earth would you ask me to be the keynote speaker when Twyla is the real success story here and has accomplished so much more than I probably will in my entire lifetime, with much more courage than I've ever had in my life, and I just admire everything you've done. So thank you for staying steadfast to your dreams. So this is a good time for us to talk about how important this organization is. But before I do that, I want to personally thank those who have supported the organization, because sometimes I get a chance to sit on the other side of the table. And so for some of you all who have sponsored this, the companies that are featured here today, I admire to see you, put your money behind such an important effort. I absolutely know how important it is to dole out these funds, and you've done this in a critical way. And I want to thank you because, being on the other side, being in a company myself, you get to make these decisions about where you put your money. This is important. Thank you for doing that. And I know funds aren't always easy to pull together, but you've put your money where your mouth is. And so I appreciate when I see companies do that. To Pete and Mary, Judy, members of the board, Sally, and everyone, you've started something wonderful here. Some of you all may not know this, but I'm just relocating to the area, and this is such a beautiful part of the country. I got lost one day, and it was a most wonderful period of loss. I didn't know right where I was, but I said, wow, this is a gorgeous piece of country. But one thing that I've learned is that, it's an interesting environment because there is a portion of great need, and there's a portion of great abundance, so close together. And so it's organizations like this that bring the two together around something really important around the community. And it's about a local community. And I'm happy to see that it's gone statewide, but then it has a county focus, because county by county is really different here. And so I like that you all have done that. This fund, is an organization that's near and dear to not only the company, Walmart as a company, but also to the Walton family. And, one of the things we always talk about is growth. And I think about this organization started in 1984. And if I have this number right, it awarded 7 $150 scholarships when it was first conceived. And now to be at the point, and had a budget of $5,000 to do that. And now to be able to give away more than $2 million is just amazing. And so that's the kind of growth that, we get excited about as a company, and a lot of nonprofits don't see that kind of growth. And so you're doing wonderful things. But, at Walmart, as you probably know, we like to quote our founder, Sam Walton. And there's two quotes that really stick really close to me. The first one is, Sam once said that each Walmart store should reflect the values of its customers and support the vision they hold for their community. Again, why I think this is so important. It's a community-based organization that looks at what are the immediate needs, what's pressing in the community. And it strikes me that the good work that's being done at the Arkansas Single Parent Fund Foundation, it really epitomizes that kind of philosophy. And it's an outstanding example of what we can do in this community. The second quote is appropriate for the community, and it's often referred to as vendors, but we also consider to be our partners and our friends, because we do a lot of good work together. Not only do we provide great goods and services to people who need us most, but we also do things that make both of us better. And so one of the quotes that Sam often said is that we're all working together, and that's the secret. That's the secret to success. And because we're all working together, and by working together, we make a difference. And it's the thinking and the combined minds and the chance for us to come together around something important. I also thought I'd take a moment to talk about why I really got interested in doing this, because, you know, we get asked to do a lot of things, and every now and then you get to choose. And so I felt like I chose this one when I got the call from Pete because it struck a certain chord with me. And so while I am not a single parent, I've been married for 25 years with 2 children, I do have angels that have come into my life at important times, just like they did for you, Twyla. So for me, I'm the youngest of 5 children, and I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. And so a product of the auto industry, both my parents. But my parents had nothing more. They actually didn't have a high school degree, and they put all 5 of us through college. And so and my siblings and I, we are the first college graduates in our entire lineage. And so when you think about that, and I'm the youngest of 5. So by the time I got to my sophomore year in college, funds were beyond tight. And so, I'm getting ready to go home for Christmas season, and the school gives me a call and says, there's not money for you to come back, And I talked to my parents, and they said, yeah, the school is right. When you come home, pack everything. So I loved my school. It was, it was a lot of what has made me who I am today is what I learned at Spelman College. So, sending 5 kids to school is a tall order for a family like mine. But it's times when, like this, that you need someone to step in. And actually, a private donor to the college stepped in and said, I want to take a look at some students that have been working in the community, and let me see if I can close the gap for them. And so a gentleman stepped in. His wife had passed away, left funds for him to educate women in particular, and I was selected, and this fund paid for me to finish my college education. And, it's times like that when you find those little angels that step in and make a difference, because I was going home, and it made a difference. I wouldn't be standing in this role today if it wasn't for that gentleman and his family that thought enough to do that. And so as I've been so fortunate and so blessed in many ways, I think about how I can give back. So my family and I are actually sending 20 women to finish their college education at Spelman College. And so it's important to us to give back. And that's why, again, I got the scholarship because I worked in the community. I got the scholarship out of need. I got the scholarship out of the generosity of one person, like our vendors and supporters that are here today. And then I, get a chance to do something great and wonderful, like be a part of the Walton thing that they started called Walmart. And I get to do great things and do something that I love most. The reason why I joined this company is because I have a chance to do something great to bring both my head and heart together to give back to the community and then make a difference from a business perspective as well. So this is deeply personal to me, and I just want to congratulate all of you all who are involved, those of you all who stay engaged as business members and board members to this organization. Don't forget how important your work is. Don't ever think that you're not making a difference. Don't ever think that it's not impactful. And then I'm just going to challenge you to do more, because there's always need there. And so I just ask you that every time you get a chance to do something special, or you get that extra little, somehow maybe the bonus came in a little bit better, or the end of the year ended a little nicer, remember organizations like this. And so thank you for having me here. Thank you for introducing me to something new as I join Northwest Arkansas and learn about wonderful organizations that are doing the right thing for the community. Thank you.